The Algiers expedition of 1541 occurred when Charles V, Holy Roman Emperor, attempted to lead a fleet against the Ottoman Empire stronghold of Algiers in modern Algeria. Largely because of stormy weather, the expedition was a disastrous failure. Algiers had been under the control of the Ottoman Emperor Suleiman the Magnificent since the capture of Algiers in 1529 by Barbarossa. Barbarossa had left Algiers in 1535 to be named High Admiral of the Ottoman Empire in Constantinople, and was replaced as governor by Hassan Agha, a eunuch and Sardinian renegade. On the seas, Hassan had at his service the famous Ottoman commanders Dragut, Sālih Reïs and Sinān. Charles V made considerable preparations for the expedition, and he wished to obtain revenge for the recent Siege of Buda, 1541, but his fleet was severely damaged by a storm, forcing him to abandon the venture. Expedition. Charles V embarked very late in the season, on the 28th of September 1541, delayed by troubles in Germany and Flanders. The fleet was assembled in the Bay of Palma, at Majorca. It had more than 500 sails and 24,000 soldiers. After enduring difficult weather, the fleet only arrived in front of Algiers on 19 October. The greatest commanders accompanied Charles V on this expedition, including Hernán Cortés, the conqueror of Mexico, though he was never invited to the war council. Troops were disembarked on 23 October, and Charles established his headquarters on a land promontory surrounded by German troops. Spanish, German and Italian troops, accompanied by 150 Knights of Malta, began to land while repelling Algerian opposition, soon surrounding the city, except for the northern part. The fate of the city seemed to be sealed. However, the following day the weather became terrible, with heavy rains. Many galleys lost their anchors and 15 were wrecked on shore. Another 33 carracks sank, while many more were dispersed. As more troops were attempting to land, the Algerians started to make sorties, slaughtering the newly arrived. Charles V was surrounded, and was only saved by the resistance of the Knights of Malta. Andrea Doria managed to find a safer harbor for the remainder of the fleet at Cape Matifu, 5 miles east of Algiers. He enjoined Charles V to abandon his position and join him in Matifu, which Charles V did with great difficulty. From there, still oppressed by the weather, the remaining troops sailed to Bougie, still a Spanish harbor at that time. Charles could only depart for the high seas on 23 November. He finally reached Cartagena, in southeast Spain, on 3 December. The losses were terrible, with 17 galleys and 130 carracks lost, and countless numbers of sailors and soldiers.